But how do you feel about the service delivery in Postmasburg? Let me put it.
The service is disappointing. In fact, there is no service at all.
If you was gonna become a mayor of Postmasburg tomorrow, what is the first thing you're gonna do?
Yeah.
And be careful because of now. This is like already a speech for you. So you gotta be, yeah, you gotta be. People have this fear that when if EFF will become like the ruling party in South Africa, they say that the party is gonna come back. What do you think about that? Obviously,
So it's not live.
It's not live. It's at least when we go we go, yeah. So we're gonna speak into this mic so that one of the waves is in there. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But anyway, that's how we start the podcast. That's how we started. We already got started. I can introduce the video. Welcome everybody to Boy KW and the coolest kid in 053, and today we are back with another episode in Postmasburg TV behind the story Tsansabani. And today we have a guest, Gail Sibiya, a councillor of what for ne? You still councillor for
It's a PR counselor.
Okay, a PR counselor. PR stands for public relations.
Representative.
Okay. So before we go into like politics, can you just tell us about your upbringing? Like where did you grow up and how did you grow up?
Gail Sibiya. Gail Sibiya grew up in Postmasburg. I was actually born in Cape Town. My parents worked in Cape Town. And then from 1 year old, I was brought to Postmasburg, and then I was brought up by my grandmother, my grandmother from my father's side. So in Postmasburg, I'm staying here because it's my father's family.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So you came this side because of your father, like you came to your father's family.
Yes.
So in Cape Town is your mother's family.
My mother's family is in Cape Town and in Appington. Originally from Appington, but most of them work in Cape Town.
Oh, your mother is originally from Appington, or your father's
Yes.
from? Okay.
Yeah.
So now, when did you get involved with like politics? When did you like gain that interest with politics?
My interest, this is very funny or interesting.
Yeah.
In fact, I was never really interested in politics until I was in grade 10. When I was in grade 10.
Yeah. How was you at school? What was you doing like history and stuff? Because I know people who have done good history, they go into politics. What was your subject? The subject that you did at school?
In grade 10, I was doing maths and physics. I later on changed to history when I changed schools. Because at a later stage, I changed schools.
Yeah.
I matriculated in Blank Club in Postdene.
Okay. Oh no, that's actually interesting. So you did history later on. That's when you realized that okay, man, I actually have a. Was you involved in any debates at school? Like debates,
I once tried
debating
it at
team and stuff?
Ratangtuto High School, but
Yeah.
you know there are those that are more vocal and opinionated and wiser than you. So I rather chose to be in the back and learn and watch them do their thing. My peers,
Also, you was never like involved. Okay, since you was in the politics, because I know in politics normally there will be debates and all that stuff. Have you ever been involved in it in like a debate where like maybe let's say it's EFF, it's an ANC councillor, and then they say we gotta debate this matter. Have you been involved in that kind of?
Not really, because in our organization, in the EFF, we usually allow our leaders to actually instruct us on what to do. So if ever there's a debate, like maybe a radio debate between different political parties, they would usually send a specific leader for that specific type of debate.
Okay. Also, they don't really like. So when it comes to like PR councillors, they don't really take like PR councillors and then they say you guys must go argue something.
They can. For instance, I'm a PR councillor and I'm a provincial command team member. I serve in the province.
Yes.
But because there are those that are higher than me in the province, they would rather choose them. And then we are still learning. We are in the process of learning. We are still watching these things unfold with the guidance of our leadership at national level and at provincial level.
So how do you feel about the process? Like how do you feel about I don't know how to put it, but how do you feel about the service delivery in Postmasburg? Let me put it like that, like the service delivery. Agree right now the ruling party is ANC, or
yes, the government.
How do you feel about like the service delivery in Postmasburg? Do you see progress, or how do you feel about it?
As an EFF PR councillor, as a leader in the EFF, the service is disappointing. In fact, there is no service at all because as we speak, We have people that still that are sitting with pit toilets. People that are sitting with no water.
Yes.
We have people that don't have jobs. We have
Most
people that
definitely.
don't
I'm
have
one of them.
land.
Yes.
We have people that don't have land for their animals to graze, but they are farmers. And the EFF speaks on land for people.
So
Expropriation of land.
talking about land, right? People have this fear that when if EFF will become like the ruling party in South Africa, they say that the party is gonna come back. You know, this is like this people what they think. They think Julius Malema is gonna chase white people away, blah 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 blah. What do you think about that?
That is actually the vibe, but not everywhere around South Africa. That is because most of our people, especially black people, understand the direction which the EFF is taking with regards to expropriation of land without compensation. Expropriation of land without compensation does not mean that we as black people, when the EFF takes over, we will just go to farms and tell people to go out. There will be discussions in place. There will be where we negotiate. The EFF or the government of the day will be negotiating with the people that have been owning that land. Because first of all, if you go and check in our different municipalities, we have white people that are sitting at farms that they don't even know how they got those farms. Some of them will tell you they inherited those farms. Some of them will tell you that they are paying a rate for those farms, but when you go and check that rate, it's ridiculous, because there are people that are still paying 10 rand for since those years of apartheid to lease a whole
and
farm.
there are still people who are busy doing. Let me just switch off this thing here because it's gonna sound. There is still people who are working for like farms. Like if you go to places like Asvaterne, there is people who are just taken, even kids when schools are closed, they're taken to these farms and then they work there and then they look like slaves and then they just get, maybe they tell you that to fill up a barking, do you know renete, like mama niete, they call it, the ones that make dairy milk.
Those nuts.
They will make them fill that thing up for 100 rand. And that thing you can fill up the whole day. You can fill it up the whole day. So do you think that if black people will take over the land and maybe start owning farms, and do you think they will take care of it? Take care of it?
What I believe in, from what I've been seeing growing up, I know the capabilities of black people, because they've been running these farms for white people generation after generation. Before you and me were even born, our forefathers were running farms. They were managing farms. They were managing the households of white people. It does not mean that they don't know how to manage the books when it comes to farms. We have right now we are encouraged to study. If our elders are owning farms, if young people are owning farms, there are those that went to school. They will check the books. They will be the ones that are advising financially, and also in terms of making sure that the farm is run properly. And there are those that will be out there doing the labor. So there is nothing that black people cannot do. They have not been doing for generations.
It's just that we kind of have low self-esteem, you know. We don't really want to take like effort into, because for me it's like when you give a black person, let's take a Hillbrow for an example. According to the way I heard the history of Hillbrow, like how Hillbrow became Hillbrow, there was white people who were staying there. So by the time when apartheid finished, those people went to Australia and then they left those buildings there. And have you seen those buildings? Since like black people stayed in those buildings, it's a mess. It's a mess. So that one example is the reason why people are saying that if black people will, black people are, and you can see even in leadership. You can see in leadership, there is so much corruption in leadership. We don't even know who to trust anymore. People are mad now. Like lately, I've been seeing like these kids, young kids, man, doing volunteer for ANC, blah blah, and I'm like, are you okay? Are you okay? Like, can't you see, as a young person, what do you know about ANC? You get my point? So not that I'm speaking against them, but it's just a reality. It's public knowledge. Everybody knows that their leadership is questionable. It is questionable. So if you was gonna become a mayor of Postmasburg tomorrow, what is the first thing you're gonna do? If you
I
become,
were-
you go from PR counselor to being a mayor of Postmasburg, what would you do?
If I were to become the mayor,
And be careful because of now, this is like already a speech for you. So
You're
you gotta
putting
be,
me on the spot.
yeah, you gotta be very careful because now they're gonna really listen. Okay, can we trust Gail to be our mayor? So even me as a Postmasburg resident, I'm expecting you to not fumble on
that
this
is
one.
pressure.
Okay.
I will fumble. I'm just a human being. That is too much pressure on me.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I actually wanted to respond on what you said before you asked me this question.
Oh, that one of the,
yeah,
the black, yeah.
Hillbro and everything.
Yeah.
I will get back
Yeah,
to
yeah, no,
what you
we'll
said,
get back to the, yeah.
What I can say to you right now is that it's a translation and it is a clear picture of the government that took over. The government of today, that is the governing party.
Yes.
To say that, yes, white people left and they went to wherever they went, Australia and all that,
UK,
and black people took over. If ever the government and the municipalities were run properly, and there was actually consequence management,
yes,
there was somebody who's doing the checks and balances,
yes,
we wouldn't have dilapidated infrastructure. We wouldn't have buildings where people are selling drugs,
yes,
and there were people that were actually maybe holding people hostage or kidnapping people and injecting them with drugs and doing all these things. We would have a municipality and a government that is run properly, where actually accountability is the order of the day. But because of right now we have leaders in government and in positions where nobody is holding anyone accountable.
Yes.
Nobody is checking whether you have closed that door. Did you open that door and close it? Did you go and put that book back where you took it? Nobody is there to check the
Nobody's checking.
So everybody's running.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing whatever
they're doing their own thing that they
Yes.
only care about
That
themselves.
is the result of not checking and non-accountability. That is why we have buildings like Kobo Hill, bro. Yes, black people will take those buildings over. Yes, people will ruin buildings because there is no management.
There is no
Even
management, yeah.
At the lower level of local municipality, we don't have somebody. That is why the EFF is here today to say that we are watching and we will assist in making sure that our town gets back that dignity.
It gets back that
in
dignity.
every community, in every town. Joburg, I like all these places.
Yeah, in South Africa.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the second question,
the mayor one. Yeah.
that one is a tough one because
Tomorrow
honestly,
you become a mayor.
Honestly,
what do you do?
If I'm being honest,
Yeah.
in all honesty, if I'm being honest, even to myself, in the EFF, we are taught not to be desirable of positions.
Of positions.
So yes, we see people getting positions and we are happy for them, but when it's your turn, yes, it will happen. But I have not thought that far as to when I become the mayor.
What is
but if
happen?
ever it happens, the first thing we are doing, we need to attend to the community of Maranteng.
Yeah.
Do you know that the community of Maranteng, that community is the first community in Zanzabane? But if you check today, we have people that are still living in shacks, pensioners, elderly people that don't have their own houses. RDP houses, yes, they've got toilets outside others. And then when you check, those toilets are not even working, they are broken. Vandalized by drugs. Boys that are doing drugs and all those things. So drugs. So my thing is we need to attend to that area with 5 specifically of Maranteng.
Okay,
Yes. People need services.
Yeah, no, Maranteng definitely.
We need hospitals. We need a hospital in Zanzibar.
We need a hospital.
We need a 24-hour clinic in our area. Those are the things that I would tend to. Not forgetting education. We also need schools. Our classrooms are very overcrowded and every week, every month, we are always getting complaints of parents that are trying to put kids in schools. You know, and there's always a challenge. Even just last week at Ratangtuto, there's a parent that is trying to get space for their child there. We were busy with that issue. It's overcrowded.
But and look at where we are now. The year is
the term is past.
It's already April.
Yes. So, but a child needs to have education. We need to push that. That child needs to get space in a class. So those things are the things that we are busy with. So those are part of the things that I would actually mainly focus on.
You focus on those things. So would you say that, okay, I think you answered that one. I was going to ask you, like, would you say that the leadership that is involved now, it's weak? But I think we have already answered that one, because when I asked you about
I don't know if weak is a word I would use. It's laziness. It's laziness and accountability. There is no such thing in their vocabulary as accountability. You know, when you hold a public representative accountable, you give them something to do on a daily basis. You give them something to do. They know that they need to tend to the community. You need to go check on those elderly people. You need to go make a visit at that clinic and check whether the people are properly serviced. You need to check on those nurses, whether they are also getting the proper attention and the proper help in order for them to assist the community.
Because
that is accountability as a public representative.
They have attitude, and when you go to hospital, postman's you get attitude there from the reception to everywhere. So it's really disappointing. They gotta check. Even cleaning, like cleaning they don't clean there. They don't clean.
You know what we find out? That is why the EFF is always sending us out to primary schools, high schools, clinics, hospitals. We are sitting here at home and we are getting all these negative remarks, and also we go to these clinics because, to be honest, as a public representative, in order for you to understand what your people are going through, you must also use public health care. You need to use it because you need to be on the same level as the people. Whatever they are experiencing, when they come to you and complain, you must be able to relate to what they are saying. So when we go there, we find out that these people, yes, the negative energy is there sometimes, and that they are not really assisting. Only to find out when you talk to them, the nurses and the hospital staff or the clinic staff, they are also not getting the necessary help from above. You know, they'll be waiting for medication to be delivered. They'll be waiting for these antiseptic things to be delivered. They don't have such things. We are impatient as patients also. That's when they start to also get impatient with us. So when you get the story behind the story, that's when you realize that we are all in one system that is not working for us.
That is not working for us.
Which translates to the government of today.
Yeah, okay. No, you know what, ne? There is also something that I've been asking myself, and I did ask the mayor this question, the mayor of Gato this question, but I don't think she answered me to, like, I was not satisfied with the answer.
Okay.
I want to know something, and this thing is very concerning. Okay, there is a budget speech in the country, ne? At the parliament, they will do every year State of the Nation address. We will know this is the budget, 500 billion. That will go to this, what. But how come we don't get that? Like, locally, ne? I've never heard, like, let's call a meeting and tell people, the community of Postmasburg, we have 50 billion now that was sent to us. So with this 50 billion, we're going to do this and this. But every year there is a budget. So I want to understand, how does those things work? Like, is it like just like a private thing? We don't have to know. Is it like a Department of Labor? They don't tell you you have money.
It's public knowledge. It's public knowledge. That is why the SONA, the State of the Nation, and the State of the Province address is done publicly. And the media is welcome, and everyone is welcome on television and all that.
So what about the local?
Let me bring it to our level. Let me speak it the way you will understand it. Because you stay in Zanzibar. You always hear how people are saying that we are ruled by Uppington. Everything goes to Uppington, and then whenever it gets to Uppington, there everything will be distributed. Go to Uppington today. That town is clean. That town is neat, because when the budget is there, everything, the ANC allows these things to happen, because that is where their main source is, you know. So when you get the budget, you first sort yourself out here.
Okay.
You sort out Uppington out.
Yes.
And whatever is left, you have to share amongst these different sub-regions, regions, JTG and all that, you know. That is how, when it comes to us, it's crumbs. There's nothing that's left.
Yeah, but the question is, why they don't make it like, why they don't tell us this is 50 billion now, we have 50 billion? Why they don't tell us that? We want to know. Like, the thing is, like, just like we know, like, from the higher level, we know how much, you know, we are expecting. But I want to know, why don't we know, like, Rona locally, like, why don't they tell us, okay, from Uppington, like I say, from Uppington, we only got a cut, like, 1 million yen. So with this 1 million yana, we're gonna sort out like a what infrastructure. Why don't we get the kind of information? Why is it like
drainage.
why is it like confidential? Because for me, I've never
think
heard.
it's confidential. I really don't actually. It can't be confidential. It is public knowledge. It's supposed to be knowledge for everyone. There are students that are studying these things. They need to get that information. So it's at everybody's disposal. The only issue is the answer to this thing is simple. It's corruption.
It's corruption.
It's corruption. Nobody's supposed to know where the money is, how much it is, and where it goes. Because as we speak right now, we have the Speaker of Parliament of the ruling party. She has a serious case against her for bribery. We have in the Northern Cape, there is a man sitting in jail right now who is accusing the leaders of the ANC in the Northern Cape of assisting and actually sending them to go and murder someone. You know, it's corruption, man. There are funds.
Yeah.
You know, everything was detailed in those letters. I don't know if you read it. Yeah.
No, I haven't, but I'm aware that there is things
somebody
like that.
is speaking right now against the leadership of the ANC in the Northern Cape, and it is something that is so huge. And for some of us, it is the right timing because it is election. We keep informing our people that you are dealing with corrupt people. You are dealing with people that don't have any of you people's interest at heart. They want to sit on those positions and that they want to benefit personally. The EFF is teaching us that selflessness is something that will get you far. Selflessness, if you forget about yourself and start serving people, less of me and more of others, that is when you will know that you can serve people. You don't even expect to get something out of it. And for us, you go to sleep very nice. You sleep so peacefully knowing that today I did something for someone.
Okay, yeah, no, that's cool.
You know, yeah.
So, you as a PR counselor for what? What is what for?
PR counselor in what for?
Where is what for? Me, I'm not aware of like the words. I don't want to lie to you. I'm not really aware. That's why I'm here to educate myself. That's why I like to interview politicians because I want to like learn. I want to know. But where is what for? When we
what for starts at the circle this side from the road down.
Okay.
Over
so you are my PR counselor because I stay this side. Oh, okay. No, I get it. Yes. So does that mean that as you agree it's EFF PR counselor, does it mean that this ward there it's held by EFF?
No, it's not. As you know, all 7 wards are owned by the ANC, but the opposition parties, they have also seats in council. Where it means
like
that when we went to elections, we got votes, but just not enough to win the ward. Proportional seats, which means it was votes. It was a lot of votes, but they were not enough to win the ward. So, but we are there.
So you guys are also like responsible for service delivery.
Yes, and in fact, if this thing, I should actually communicate it to others because that is what we always remind the ward councillors of. We are not ward based. A PR councillor is not like a ward councillor. If you are a ward councillor, you are here. You are based in Ward 4. Your main work is here. But as a PR councillor, I can be called to Postine in Ward 1.
I remember.
I remember. Scaffolding in Ward 7. I can work anywhere. I'm not restricted as a PR councillor. That is why sometimes you will see me in Greenfield attending to the issue of people that are snatching land from others and you know, people that are building rooms and not paying services. We need to educate them and advise them on the importance of paying services to the municipality in order for service delivery to continue. Yes.
So are they the rule party is it giving you guys enough budget to do service delivery this side?
There is
or do you
no
guys
such thing.
You struggle to get it?
Yes.
If you guys, because you can see actually like problems as you go around, you can have for no man. There is a pothole somewhere. There is what we need to sort this thing out. Do you guys like get a chance to say like, yo, as a PR councillor, I am also responsible and I see there is a issue there, can I sort it out?
Okay.
Do you guys get that kind
no,
of?
we don't get that because the municipality does not belong to our party.
Okay.
You know, it is the ANC that is actually mainly running everything. But what we do, it's, let's say for instance, the cleaning up program. We have an Andries Tatani cleaning program, which we usually do on a Saturday, but now we do it. It doesn't have a specific day. We do it any day. Andries Tatani, which meaning that the illegal dumping sites that you see, wherever there's rubbish and dumping, we as the EFF, we can just request the municipality to give us the trucks and the equipment and all that to go and clean as a program for the EFF. But in terms of the budget, no. Whatever we do out of our own. Our political party always advises us, sorry, you must see to it that you do this program and see to it how you do it. It's totally up to you, but it must get done. So everything is out of your own.
Okay, so in this podcast, we have a segment called the hot seat.
The hot seat. Theo, I don't like that. Oh, I don't even. That doesn't sound right.
We have a segment called this. So basically, the reason why I don't tell you about it before is so that it can be a surprise. You understand? It's called it's called the hot seat.
Yes.
So the hot seat is, I'm gonna put like a timer here, ne? So I'm gonna put a timer. Maybe let's say, I don't wanna make it too long. Maybe like 1 minute or 2 minutes. Actually 2 minutes. Yeah, 2 minutes timer. I'm gonna put a timer on, and then in these 2 minutes, I'm gonna ask you uncomfortable questions.
Is it politically?
It is politically. It is. Of course, we agree. We're talking politics now. So I'm gonna ask you in 2 minutes. Wait a minute.
Is it like true, false, whatever?
It's not.
I don't like such questions. But it's fine.
You're kidding me.
Let's try it. If I cannot, I'll just pass.
Okay, because it's time. I agree. It's time. So anyway, time is gonna, time is gonna help you. If you can't answer a question, we just go. You just go.
Even if it's long, if I know myself the response.
It just needs you to confirm. It's more of like confirmation stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just looking for a timer first here. Or let me leave the timer first now. Let me just leave the timer.
Okay.
We'll put that aside.
Yes, I will.
I have a problem with my screen here, and my screen is just doing things here.
I don't know how you do it.
Okay, yeah. Let me stop watch. Yeah.
Okay.
Stop watch. Yeah, like this. So you're gonna check the minutes there, yeah? So I'm gonna ask you questions now. So I'm gonna ask you questions in this. When I start, I ask you uncomfortable questions. And the reason why I say uncomfortable question is because of I have a feeling that it's going to be uncomfortable, but it's not really uncomfortable. But it's nothing. We're going to start with something like, let's start with, recently there was a video that was trending, the Eminem video. Is it real or not?
No, it's not real.
Who made that video?
A colleague of mine in Pampierstad.
Yeah.
His name is Castro.
Yeah.
Actually, he made it when we were at the manifesto launch in Durban, but he was in Pampierstad, so he made one for himself, and then I reacted to it, and then later I just saw him sending me the other one, and it looks so real. I actually went out to go and say, Castro, what is this?
It's actually on Postmasback TV. Yes. I put it on the story there.
Yeah.
The story
it's AI.
Me, I know it's AI, but me, I was just hyping it up so that
that thing is trending. People from Joburg are sending me that. People from Kuruman, Durban, Bloemfontein.
Yes.
I keep saying
before we lose the first minute, are you in a relationship right now?
At the moment, no. No, I'm not in a relationship.
No, right now you're not in a relationship. You're focused. Okay, as a woman in a political space, have you ever been couch-casted? I don't know if they call
couch-casted.
Yeah. Okay. Let me explain. In a. Have you ever maybe like, if you needed something, they want to sleep with you, something like that? As a woman, I know. Like as a woman, when you are involved in whether it's business, whether it's everything, whether it's acting, whether it's what,
somewhere along the lines,
there's always those things. Have you ever experienced something like that?
I once experienced that, but it was not direct.
Okay.
I picked it up from a specific person, and I actually communicated to my colleague to say, hey, I think this person. And so I just moved away from the situation.
Okay.
But it was years back.
Before
I could become a counselor. Yes.
Before you become a counselor. So what?
It was in terms of business-wise. I was assisting people with.
Now as a counselor. Answer that one as a counselor. That's the same question, but as a counselor. No, you'd never. No. Okay. So that means you are around professional people. I'm
around professional people, and they know me. I'm too strict.
Yeah. Yes. No, it's shy. Congratulations.
Yeah. It was not that uncomfortable.
That's what That's what I was saying. I was saying that I just have a feeling that they're gonna be uncomfortable, but they're not really uncomfortable. It's just questions that are just like outside that people maybe sometimes they don't like talking on, and
Okay, about their personal things.
especially things like couch casting. It's a very serious thing. Things of couch casting. It's a very serious thing. People if they want to get it, like for example in the mine, there was an issue last Coco session there where there was a lady who was promised a position, and then the guy who promised the position slept with her, and then the guy didn't give her that position, and then she exposed the guy, and then the guy got chased
So he
out.
kept sleeping with her with the promise that
Yeah. But it shows that she's not the only one. It shows that
it's been going on.
It's been going on. It's been an ongoing thing. I don't know how long we have been going now, but I think we are finally reaching the end of the interview.
Okay.
Is there anything that you would like to say to the people? Actually, before we end the interview, can we lay out the ideologies of EFF, the plans, and going into elections now? What are the plans?
Yes.
I see you brought some books there.
No, I
What
just
can
took them
we-
out for you actually.
for me to learn something. Yeah.
As we know, the EFF, we had a manifesto launch in Durban, and in our manifesto we mainly speak about our 7 cardinal pillars, which we speak about land expropriation. We speak about abolishment of tenders. We speak about free healthcare, free education. We speak about nationalization of banks to make sure that as a country, and even as a government, everybody gets the same service. Everybody gets the same benefits, There is no, this one is better than the other one. Because as you see now, we have cases of banks as well, where black people are given loans, but they are charged at a higher rate than whites. So those are the things that EFF is looking at, and we are also looking at free education. And as you know, I don't know if you are following the EFF that much, in every university in South Africa, most of the universities in South Africa, the EFF is in charge. Student Command
I know that
is
one
in charge.
first.
So we are pushing for free education for students, and we are making sure that the black child has education, because education is the one thing that's going to get you far in life. Even in the EFF as public reps, we are not just sitting.
Yes,
Our CIC is pushing us.
Have you ever met Julius Malema in person?
Not like this in person, but I always go to conferences. I've gone to, just now we come from the Least conference where our CIC was addressing us, and last we were at Birchwood where we had it was sort of like a ground forces forum where we were actually going to get the mandate now as to, guys, we are approaching elections. This is what we need to do, door to door, and going into your different regions and sub-regions. This is what you need to apply. We always see the CIC.
Oh yeah, okay. Was you there when he was in Katula? Was it last year?
Yeah, with the march.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's when I saw. There. That's when I saw true leadership, because he was there on the forefront there.
And it was
raining.
raining.
It was raining, and he walked from there till there.
Yes, and we followed. We followed.
Yeah. I was there. It's just that me, I was busy taking videos. I was just. I was just on content mode.
Capturing the moment. You just did not want to lose that.
Yeah, because of obviously we have to capture these moments. Yeah. Like it was because for me it was amazing to see Commander in Chief
in the forefront. We call him the number one ground force.
Yeah. I was able to see him like there, physically there in Katu, because I was like, I've never seen Ramaphosa coming. I don't even think he knows Katu or Postmasburg like physically or stepping there.
I don't know it. Last he was here in Kimberley. I don't know.
No, Kimberley goes there all the time. That's where I saw him. I've seen him in person when we was in. It was what is it? It was a career exhibition, something like that. So it was soldiers and stuff. So they brought him through there. So that's when I saw him in person.
Okay, yeah. So, but the CIC comes. Last he was in. I think it's last year he was in Kuruman at opening the old age home. I think there was an opening of an old age home. He was there.
Yeah.
And the one thing I think that you must add, I forgot when we started. I wanted to add that my political career started, not career actually. The political bug bit. When I was telling you first, I was in grade 10. Yeah, I was recruited by someone to come to attend a COSAS meeting. I was not interested. I didn't go the first time. The next day, this person came again and said, I need you to come there. That meeting did not sit. I need you there, little did I know that they see something in me. They see that I can actually be in the space, the politics and all that. So that's when it started. I was in COSAS for a while, and then I stopped. And then the CIC was expelled from the Youth League and all that. I sat back. The EFF was formed in July 2013. I joined the EFF after 2016. Yes. That's when I was.
And I think I forgot to ask you, like, when did you now become the PR? I think I forgot to ask you that one. When did you become like the PR councillor now? Which year? And how was it that day?
Okay.
When they
it's a journey, you know. You don't just become a PR councillor. I was first the branch chairperson of Ward 4, the EFF, and then I was an additional member in the region, in the ZFM region, an additional member. And then from there, whilst I was an additional member, the elections came, so I was nominated to be the councillor candidate. Each ward must have a candidate, you know. These faces that you put on the polls, on the pamphlets, yes. So I was nominated to be a ward councillor. That's when elections took place. 2021. That's when
and then people
became
voted.
a PR. Yes.
So people vote for you to become a PR councillor.
People vote for you. You are voted in. You are not just nominated.
You're not just nominated.
Okay. We want you to be a PR councillor.
No. Okay. Yes. No, man. Your last words to the people that voted for you.
Okay.
Your last words to them.
Actually, it is not about me. It is about the EFF and what the EFF wants to do for the nation, what it wants to do for South Africa, and what we as the EFF in Tanzania wants to do for the people of Tanzania. It's 2024. We are going towards elections. Let us vote for the EFF. Let us vote for a political party that cares for the future of a black child, that cares for our grandparents, a political party that puts you first before anything else. Viva.
There you have it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that interview. It's been a great pleasure to have you, Gail Sibiya. I hope that I wish nothing but good luck. I mean, I wish nothing but good for you and your journey in your political space. I know the mayor once told me that politics are very messy. And you know, things can go left, things can go south. Even me interviewing politicians I'm not safe.
It's risky.
I know. I risk with my life. When it comes to content, I risk with my life. I know I have enemies. There's people who actually change for me because of the people that I talk to, the type of content that I do, and the type of people that I also interview and whatever. But
it's something when there are people involved and lives are at stakes and futures of children are at stake. You know, it's a risk you take. That's something that I learned in the EFF. That you throw yourself in and you defend and you stand for people. It's really about people.
It's really about people, and it's about making history. So we are making history. Me, I'm making history here. Whether you want to kill me or don't kill me, that's the because I was man. But
they will talk about you.
Thank you very much for coming through to the podcast.
It's a pleasure.
I would also like to thank Sibiya for giving me the opportunity to use the library. It means a lot.
Yeah.
Danko, guys. We're just gonna end it there.